Hey, what's up everybody, it's me Jordan and I'm back with another drawing video. So this time I'm drawing Haruka Nanase. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. I've never seen the anime for this, so I don't really know, honestly. This was requested a while back and I finally got around to finishing it. I've just had so many requests that I've been working on, and I've been getting heaps more requests lately as well, so it's really hard for me to keep up with it. So when you guys request stuff of me, just be ready for it to take a really long time, because I've literally got 25 drawings that I'm currently working on at the moment, and I've got more requests than that as well, which I haven't even started. So it gets pretty overwhelming, so I just want you guys to know that it takes a long time to do these, and just be patient, and hopefully I'll get around to doing them eventually. Whenever I see a new request, I cry a little on the inside. I'm getting close to 5,000 subscribers now, and I'm just really appreciative of all the support from you guys. It really motivates me to keep drawing and get one of these videos done each week, because if I wasn't getting that support, I probably would have given up a while back. So I'm really grateful. So I'm really doing my best to do better videos for you guys. I've been playing around with my new camera a little bit lately, and I'm thinking about buying some new lighting as well, because I think the main problem is I've just got bad lighting for where I film, so sometimes it comes up a bit grainy or it's just a bit too dark. So I might go buy some new lighting tomorrow maybe, and you'll kind of see that implemented, I guess, in a couple of weeks when the new footage comes out. But I'm liking the new camera. I think it's got better quality already, and with the better lighting it should make it really good. Anyway, onto the drawing. I've got a few different things I want to talk about for this one. A few things went well for this, and some things didn't go so well. So I really struggled colouring the skin for this actually, because there's lots of just kind of exposed skin and large areas of it. I think I didn't quite use the right Copics, and then I kind of tried going over it with pencil a bit, and I think it just wasn't really as smooth as I wanted it to be. Like, it's not terrible, but I could have done a lot better, so I wasn't too happy with how I coloured the skin. But on a positive note, I liked the way his wet shirt turned out. I thought that looked pretty cool. I kind of went in and added some like pink tones and more skin tones on his shoulders and where his arm would be, as you can see on the right hand side. And I kind of did that on the spots where I thought like the skin would be more in contact with the actual shirt. So it gives it more of a thin, transparent look, because you've got like the skin colours kind of showing through. And I used reference for this drawing. I kind of coloured it a bit differently. They didn't really do that with this, like the skin showing through the shirt so much. They just kind of had more of the grey tones. But I thought it just gave it like more of a transparent look and made it look a bit more interesting. Because having too much just grey and white in the shirt would have looked a bit boring in my opinion. So adding the extra colour just gave it a bit more life to it, I think. Next, I coloured his hair, and I'm not sure if in the anime he's got like just straight black hair or not. Some of the pictures I saw, it looked like it almost had a bit of a bluish tinge, and I don't really like having just solid black hair anyway. I think it can look a little bit boring sometimes. So I went in with some really kind of like dark violets almost, using my dull violet Copic marker and then some of the darker ones as well, and then going in afterwards with some darker Copics and then even like black pencil at the end. And to finish the hair off, I just blended some black pastel shavings on top of all of that. I thought the hair was looking a little bit too blue, so having the black pastel shavings on top of everything just kind of darkened it up a little bit and kind of smoothed it out as well. Because I find some of the like dark lavender colours that I use, they almost look a little bit grainy. I kind of find that with some Copics. Some of them look really smooth, and then other ones, I don't know if it's kind of the paper I use as well, but some of the colours just don't really look that smooth. So doing the pastel on top of that really helps that out and just smooths everything out and makes it look a lot nicer. In one of my previous videos, I had someone ask if I ever considered doing digital art, and I thought I'd kind of talk about that a little bit, because I think with manga art, a lot of it is digital. I mean, there's a bunch of traditional artists as well, but the majority that you see just online, Google Images and that kind of stuff, is digital. So I have done a little bit of digital art I haven't used like Paint Tool Sci or something. I think that's a popular one. I just mainly did a lot of my digital art with Photoshop. So when I went to university, I kind of had to learn how to use Photoshop, so I just had to teach myself basically. And I did a little bit of drawing in that, but honestly it never felt as natural to me as just drawing on paper. And there's just something that I like about having like a, you know, physical copy of your art instead of just having it printed out. So I think there's just something special about that, and having just the whole look of traditional art I think is really nice, and it's just something that I've enjoyed doing more than digital art. And honestly, I don't think I wasn't terrible at digital art, but I think there's so many like amazing artists who know how to use it so well that it's pretty hard to compete unless you like have a natural tendency to do that yourself, I guess. I've actually got my own graphics tablet, and I've got a pretty good one. I guess it's pretty old now, but it's still a Cintiq, and anyone who knows what graphics tablets are and that kind of stuff knows that Cintiq's a pretty top-end brand. But like I said before, I just prefer drawing on paper. There's just something about the feel of it, and I always felt a little bit weird drawing on a tablet, even though the Cintiq ones, you're drawing like on the screen, it's like a touch screen, so it feels more natural than drawing on like a tablet and you're looking at the screen. But even then, it still just felt a little bit weird to me. And one thing that I really didn't like about when I was at uni and doing like lots of stuff on Photoshop and like After Effects and all those other programs is that you get really sore eyes. And when you're always on the computer like all day and you're kind of just sitting at your desk, it just puts a lot of strain on your eyes. And my uni teachers actually said that, you know, if you kind of stick with this, you'll probably end up needing glasses after a couple of years. And I definitely noticed like I was getting really, really sore eyes from that. So just working on paper, it's a lot less strain on your eyes. I really appreciate what digital artists do. They do some really amazing stuff. But for me, it's always just felt so much more natural to draw on paper. So I kind of just decided to stick with that. So I hope that kind of answers your question. That's about all we've got time for in this video. So I'll see you guys next week in next week's video, and I'll catch you then.